Welcome to the Street Report. Alex, how you doing?
Good, Jeff. How we doing? You have to delete that. Can we start again? Sorry.
Yeah.
How did I play this?
Just keep going.
Okay.
Yeah. Alex, how you doing?
Good.
Hold on. I keep calling you Alex every time.
I know, just left. We're getting the name wrong.
Okay. Lex, how you doing?
Good, Jeff. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. We're gonna stick with the music theme. Do you like country music?
Oh, country music. I have no idea about country music, but I actually like it. I like the beat, you know, it's
like the rhythms.
Yeah, the rhythm. Yeah, it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
No, we have to delete that. I don't know what to say if I like it or if I don't. If I said I don't like it, it's gonna sound like, oh my gosh, she doesn't like it. I have to be neutral. What should I say?
If you don't like it, you don't like it.
Right? Wait. Do you really have to like something?
No, you don't have to like something.
But it's so hard to say that I don't like it either.
Why?
No, that sounds so rude.
No, it's not rude.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, because to like it is like to hate it, kind of, for me. Don't you feel that way?
No.
I mean, why is a...
Like maybe it doesn't bother you.
Right.
Okay, like if someone's
I
playing,
want to stay neutral.
but you're not going out your way to listen to it.
No, but if I have to listen to it, I will.
It doesn't bother you.
It doesn't bother me, yeah.
So if you're in like a...
I went to a country wedding the other day. Yeah, so and that's what they play.
Okay, well
yeah, and I danced it.
All right, and you danced and everything?
Yeah, I was.
Were you two-stepping?
See? And you know, I felt kind of embarrassed because that was like a totally different. It wasn't merengue. It wasn't salsa.
No.
It was like, it's like a bachata. You know, you have to follow some steps.
Yeah.
And with this music, it's just like, okay, so I feel like out. I seriously need to practice more.
Well, now you know how I feel around y'all's parties.
Oh, shit.
Because it's just, it's the same thing, though. It's like you just, and I don't know country either. I mean, like if I go to a country place, I'm not going to dance country. I have no idea what they're doing, you know?
That's so cool. You know, they get into a circle. Like they dance around and then go the other side. And then...
But I was basically the same way, like kind of impartial. Like I haven't really, I never really liked country, but it didn't bother me so much, you know, at least a lot of it.
So what do you say if I ask you the same question? Do you like country music or not?
If you ask me right now, I would say yes.
Oh.
And that's because in recent time, I've been introduced to a couple country musicians that sound a little bit different than the other ones and really drew me to them. One was Jason Isbell. The last couple albums he came out with, Southeastern and Something More Than Free. These are great albums.
You had a poster or something around here about country, something?
I probably had my Jason Isbell record up.
See, that's what I saw the other day. So. That's what you were looking for now?
Maybe. It's down here now. But I've got the 180 gram all white vinyl. But anyways... and also Sturgill Simpson released an album that is a little bit more on the psychedelic side. It's more continuous, like one song will go into the next, and you know, it's just a lot more artistic. And I got to say, both those albums are incredible. And then right here in San Antonio, we've got a fella by the name of Garrett T. Caps that I had never heard of, but I was asking my brother because, you know, he's in the Grasshopper Lies Heavy. They're a pretty good local band, and he knows a lot of people around here. So I was like, you know, what other musicians could I promote locally? Yeah. And he introduced me to Garrett T. Caps. And I got to say, ever since I heard the album, I've been like listening nonstop. I didn't really care for almost any of the other music that he sent me, but this guy just really hooked me. And I've been thinking, what connects me with country music that I never really felt a connection for before? What am I feeling with these 3 albums? And what it is these 3 albums in particular, these artists have a way of portraying emotion and getting you to feel and feel like you're in the song, kind of like, it could be talking about me kind of thing, you know? But all 3 of these guys are really good at this. And Garrett T. Caps, being a local guy, I said, you know, let me reach out. And I did, and we had a great conversation, and we talked about his most recent album, Elos Lonely Hipsters.
Yeah, that one the best. I mean, that's the one that I had to listen to it because you know we talk about it, and you know I always like to learn more about them. So I did listen to his last album, and it was interesting because it made me laugh. I mean, not laugh in a bad way. It's like entertain.
Right.
It's like they have a story to tell.
It's true, and his stuff is, you know, he might hit on a couple hard things every once in a while, but really, in all, it's a real feel good album.
Yeah.
Like, you definitely feel like this is the stuff you go to the bar and drink and listen to. You know,
and
like,
especially when you move from a different city, he is like picturing all this. Little events that he had in his life. So that's how I felt when I listened to his song. I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds so true. I mean, it is true.
And what surprised me the most is some of his most convincing stories. Like, okay, he lived this.
Right, that's what I thought.
But we're having the conversation, and he's like, no, I don't even have a wife. I'm like, what?
Oh, he doesn't have a wife. He's only 28.
Yeah, but I mean, he's telling stories like he's got a wife and kids and the hard work.
See,
like,
and I believe it. I was like listening to it, and I thought that he was married and have kids and a family and.
No doubt, but it's you know, sometimes an artist just really has a way to speak in another person's perspective and live in another person's shoes for a song. It's amazing. It's poetry.
Well, my mind's all clouded 'cause the job's really getting to my head. And they're cutting some loose lease, that's what the manager said. And my coworker Frank told me he'd be better off dead. I told him bitching and the moaning won't get you anywhere, my friend. Hey! Well, this 5 o'clock traffic on I-35 is unreal. There's a cop writing off an old woman in an Oldsmobile. And the news on the radio dial makes me not wanna feel. Yeah, all this bitching and the moaning won't get me anywhere on these wheels. I got a call from somebody that told me I owed them some dough. And if I don't pay it off by next week, I'm gonna owe them some more. And I ain't seen more wealthy people at the grocery store. Yeah, all their bitching and the moaning's gonna drive me out the door. I said a prayer last night, right before I went to sleep. I do it every once in a while, but this time I really skipped a beat. It's never happened before, but the Lord spoke right down to me. He told me bitching and the morning's gonna get you anywhere but free.
Caps, nice to finally meet you. How you been, brother?
Man. Been doing good.
All right. So, tell me about your earliest music influences.
I do think about that from time to time. Early rock and rolls. I think I really liked that song Yakety Yak.
Yeah.
Have you heard that song?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I saw it in a musical my mother played piano in for like Bradley Middle School, I think.
Yeah.
I was like, she was like teaching music there or something, and I was there and they played that song. It was like my favorite song.
Yakety Yak, don't talk back.
La Bamba.
Okay.
And then I had a Fabulous Thunderbirds cassette. So all this like really kind of just rock and roll, you know,
Yeah.
rock and roll stuff. And then of course, the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Was my dad had a lot of their albums.
Nice.
So that's like my earliest influences, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Before I even knew what rock and roll was all about.
Yeah. So you're born and from San Antonio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So been here pretty much the whole life.
I moved off for a little while. Went to school in San Marcos, so I didn't move far.
Oh, okay.
And then lived in Austin for a little bit and moved back here.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have done that actually.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so that's I'm definitely from San Antonio. I've been back here for like 4.5 years.
Yeah. And so you weren't always a country guy.
No, definitely not. I got into all more Americana stuff probably when I was like 17.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I've never been a classic country guy. I like classic country, but I kind of got into like Rory Ilkin, Hank 3,
Yeah.
Steve Earle, led way to typical college years listening to Townes Van Zandt, Guy Clark, and I'm still really, I mean, then Blaze Foley, John Prine, all those guys.
Yeah,
you
John
know,
Prine's
I
great.
kind of got really into that stuff in college, the college era, I guess.
Yeah.
I was also really into other stuff. I mean, I like heavy rock and roll, and it's really into metal as well.
Yeah. Doom metal.
Doom metal. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I played. That's like a style of music that I've played drums in.
Yeah.
For a number of years.
Okay, so you're the singer, songwriter, and you play some instruments as well?
Yeah, I play drums and guitars. I mean, drums were my main instrument, but
okay. How'd you get into the instruments?
I think I started taking guitar lessons when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Then I played in band all throughout middle school and high school.
Nice.
Drums. So that's my thing.
Drums is
But like I like playing guitar more than drums, and then songwriting. I feel like I'm finally getting the hang of it.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this latest project
Elos Lonely Hipsters. It's supposed to be like, slang.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be some comedy involved. We've been playing as a band for a while.
Yeah.
Like a few years. So all these songs were written. We got together for a Christmas party, like probably 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Maybe 4 years ago. And I arranged all the songs and got the band together. It kind of came together.
Yeah.
So the plan was just to play for this Christmas deal, and then that was cool. Everyone was down to play another gig after that, and then, you know, we haven't really played that much outside of San Antonio. A few gigs in Austin.
But you're pretty steady here in San Antonio.
Yeah. So that project, that band, we've been playing these songs live. I didn't have any intention of playing more than one gig with them or doing a record with them.
Really?
Or anything. It was just to play this party.
Wow.
So that's kind of how it worked. And then all of a sudden we had this band going on. And then a lot of people didn't even know about us till after this CD was recorded and released earlier this year. So that's been kind of interesting because these songs are old. They were old before I even got the band together.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the album's great. I'm not, you know, I've been the type to say I listen to all kinds of music except country.
Yeah. No,
but
I think a lot of people are that way. I was like that. There's something about it, you know.
Yeah.
And there's like definitely there's something about how it's marketed, or, you know, the way that you grow up thinking that it's not cool.
Right, right.
And then all of a sudden, and it's really interesting seeing a lot of people that are into like punk rock or hardcore or metal or something, like as they get older, it seems like it's like a stereotype of someone that was like really into that stuff.
Yeah.
And they find out that like country music's really dark.
Yeah.
But you can like relax to it or relate to it more as you grow older.
For sure.
You know?
And that's what I've found is I'm relating to a lot more of what, you know, what the concepts of the songs are. You know, I grew up in inner city, and I grew up on a lot of hip hop and stuff. And one thing that I've kind of found actually is that, in a sense, like real good hip hop and real good country have this one thing in common, where they talk about subjects that they might be a little dark or something, but you can relate to them. You know, it's like the everyday person can relate to a lot of these. Yeah,
it's just like kind of music of the people.
Yeah.
And the whole idea that you can turn on a drum machine or pick up a guitar and then just tell a story in some way, or a poem, you know, from your own personal experience. That's what folk music's all about. And a lot of people just don't understand how similar they are.
Right, yeah, in that sense. So let's get into the album. First of all, that pedal steel.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's not the easiest instrument to play.
No.
And
Scott,
this guy...
Scott is a ridiculously good guitarist.
Yeah.
And he's a very, very good pedal steel player.
Oh, yeah.
And he plays in bands around town. And I don't know when he picked that up.
I'll tell you, the work he did on this album is just, it stands out, you know.
Yeah. And that was like always I got really used to the steel guitar, so when people tell me, to his playing, so when people tell me it really stands out,
yeah,
I like, it's a reminder, like it does.
It does, indeed. Yeah, absolutely. So Scott Lutz is the pedal steel guy. This band you stick together with, so Phil Luna on drums?
Yeah.
And Odie on bass?
Yeah, so all these guys are San Antonio music scene vets.
Yeah.
Phil, he's been a long time rock and roll artist around town. He does a lot of songwriting himself. He has a band called The Please Help. And his subject matters are really emotional.
Yeah.
But he does like a glam rock thing. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And then Scott is in a band called Snowbird, which has been around for a while. These are all Taco Land guys, too, I would mention. They're all kind of cut their teeth back in the day.
Gotcha.
And then Odie's in Buttercup. He's kind of a moving target in many ways. He's always out of town on gigs or in Europe on tour with bands.
Oh, wow.
But it's a good group.
So everybody's got multiple things going on.
Yeah, definitely. And I took a break from playing in other bands about 2 years ago to focus on my stuff. So I feel like I'm just getting going.
Yeah.
This band has been around for a little while. I'm kind of currently reconfiguring some of it.
Yeah.
For a new album and a new era.
Is it gonna be country as well? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. But it's gonna be a little more psychedelic would be a good word for it.
Okay.
Which I know we're talking about Sturgill Simpson.
Yeah.
When I developed the concept for what my next album was going to be, I realized that Sturgill Simpson is very popular right now, and he's doing a psychedelic country thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for the first time ever, I decided, since the psychedelic side of my new album and new project is going to be a lot more psychedelic than what he does, and not nearly as like Waylon Jenningsy as what he does, I decided now would be a really good time to be in a psychedelic country band.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since someone that's good is actually making that style of music well known. I'm usually anti whatever's very popular because it's usually not that good.
Right, but as of lately,
so it's like almost like I'm lucky that this is what I want to do right now.
Yeah,
and it doesn't really have anything to do with him necessarily. Like, I don't think he's a giant influence.
Well, it's not just him. Jason Isbell as well kind of has that, you know, there's an authentic, like, this is not that manufactured pop country, you know.
And the band that he used to be in, or one of the bands, I think, the band that he got known in, the Drive-By Truckers, that's like one of my all-time favorite modern American bands.
Yeah.
That's a giant influence on me.
Really?
Going into this, because they play just like regular. They're incredible songwriters. They know about Southern rock and roll.
Yeah.
And they talk about what they know about, and that's all they got. It's just like they pick up a guitar and they play. There's no frills about it. You go see them live, like, if you don't know the songs, they might be kind of boring. They might blow you away.
Right.
You know? But they are what they are, and they got famous, I guess, as the music industry was getting more difficult than it already was. And they showed me that you can just be a songwriter.
Yeah.
In the indie landscape and be yourself. These, you know, left-wing rednecks from Athens, you know, talking about the TVA and stuff like you know, like a redneck REM or something.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, that's a giant like, when I think of Isbell, I think of the Truckers, which he's long surpassed their fame at this point.
Yeah,
he's
no
so
doubt.
much bigger than what they are now.
But yeah, both of his most recent albums have been really great.
And yeah, he's great. I think the album that before the last one, Southeastern,
yeah.
I mean, that's the one that did it. But I mean, a lot of his stuff reminds me of like Ryan Adams. And yeah, I think everyone really likes his voice, and some songs on that album are really heavy.
Yeah, definitely.
Subject matter wise,
Elephant.
He does them so well.
Yeah,
he's so catchy. It's like, I think that's why he's famous.
Yeah, well, that's, and I don't even go back to listen to Elephant much anymore because it's so heavy. But that was one of the first songs that kind of really hooked me on him, because I was like, you know, if you really listen to the song, it'll put you in an emotional place. Like, you know, you feel like a sadness. And that's something I look for in music. If you can connect with me emotionally, or I can really vibe with, or get into the feeling of what you're trying to portray in the song. You know. So, first song is "Bitchin'."
Yeah.
And you already feel like the lightheartedness of it. You know, it's not going to be a heavy album that's going to put you down. It's got this it's bar music.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
If you're going to go out drinking, this is a great know.
And that's awesome. I know that that's the song we open with.
Yeah.
Actually, this is fairly similar to the set list of when we play live.
Well, it makes sense, because that song right away puts you in the mood to, drink and have a good time.
And if there's no steel guitar, sometimes we play without the steel guitar if he's booked already.
Yeah.
I'll play electric guitar and have to fill in the gaps. It's not the same.
No, I imagine not.
It doesn't have the dance hall vibe to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lyrics in that song, I don't know. I wrote that song a little while back, but people like them. It's kind of a working class thing.
For sure.
It's not from my perspective.
It's not. Okay.
I mean, there's personal experience. Like that, a lot of the songs on this album, they're like songs that I finished early on. So like I feel like I'm better nowadays at putting my own experiences into the song.
Yeah.
Which is, I like doing that to keep authenticity intact.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that song, that's just bitching. I can't even remember how I came up with it, but it's all centered around the line, bitching in a moan won't get you anywhere.
Right.
So.
Which is, that's a good.
Yeah, people understand.
Yeah, for sure. So, she likes doom metal. Is there a girlfriend involved there?
There's some personal matters involved in that one. It's supposed to be, that song is a catchy song.
Yeah. One of the more popular on the album.
Yeah,
too.
it's supposed to be the single. That's another problem with this release. Like, all the songs were written and developed well before I thought they were going to be recorded or knew how they were going to be recorded. So it's like, and it's completely independent.
Right, that's great.
So I'm like, She Likes Doom Metal is the single, but it has cuss words in it.
Right.
Good luck, And it's also something that people don't really get. Like that's people always remember that song, but like if we play it live, people don't know what doom metal is. So she likes blue metal, she likes blues metal, she likes new metal. Like doom metal isn't like a popular genre or term.
Right.
So like people can't figure it out.
Yeah.
But I think that song was probably my first attempt, and maybe only attempt on this album to consciously write a different tune that kind of it's kind of off kilter.
Yeah,
it's still like memorable.
Huh.
Right. And I feel like there's more of that on the way, but I thought it would be cool to do a song about doom metal in some capacity that's just over a steel guitar.
Yeah.
You know, and a train beat.
Nice. No reason.
Well, I've been searching, don't know what for. Called every number, knocked every door, prayed in the evening, tried to be good. Don't got no reason, probably should. Yeah, I've been cursing, making emails, and when I'm drinking, feeling my best, making decisions that ain't no good. Don't got no reason, probably should. Yeah, I've been digging out. The devil's calling, and he wants my soul. So much for loving, I never understood. Don't got no reason, I probably should. And you can call me crazy, call me bad, say I'm lazy, say I'm sad. Take my honor, I knew you would. Don't got no reason, probably should. Don't got no reason, probably should.
Yeah, and that's another song that was written a long time ago. I think with a different melody. But after the band got together, I rearranged the song to be kind of like it's got like a outlaw country rhythm,
Yeah.
I guess, and melody. I don't think there's anything super original about that song, but
No.
people like it.
Yeah.
And people
that's
remember
good.
it. It's catchy because people like that outlaw country beat or whatever.
For sure.
And the lyrics are not necessarily about me, but they could be. They're just sad. They're just kind of sardonic and depressing.
Yeah. Well, Road for Days gets a little bit more live, so I guess
Yeah.
it's got a lot more energy to it. And
that's just supposed to be a Bob Dylan kind of semi-stream of consciousness. Like, I can't tell if he's just putting words together or he is like really talented at writing bizarre poetry, which I think a lot of the rock and roll Bob Dylan stuff is.
Shit haircut and I need to shave. Been up that road for days. Slip and slide and break that cage. Beat me like they wanna go insane. Have a load on a hellbound train. Pocket full of rubbers on the very first date. Weird intention, breast and soul. Mexican flag on a Mexican pole. Drinking, driving, highway toll. Bingo, bango, birth control. Bury my brains with I don't know. Screw the Houston rodeo. Lost on speed, time to go. Wish I took some different route. Take me home, I'm seeing God. Grocery store and hippie brows. Pakistan and money fraud. Politicians feeling out. Mormon beauties getting out. Christian chicken, frozen cod. Hoping, doubting, dreaming far. Worn out rubbers, cheap cigars. Kid grass and closing bars. No regrets with tattoo scars. Or too late to see the stars. Armageddon on the VCR. Wish I played some different cards. Michael Jordan at Duval. Different vibe around the barrage. Back in the saddle, but my boots are beige. Lucked up, mucked up, grunge rock rage. Cornell, Cantrell, Kurt Cobain. Orange flicker on the gasoline gauge. Been up that road for days. 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 Been up that road for days.
But that one on the record, I think it's effective and people know what it's trying to be or what it is, but like because of the way we recorded it and stuff, like it isn't as dynamic as it is live.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like all guitars on 10 and live like we like don't play like that. We kind of feel it out a little more. So like the guitars will get quieter in the last verse.
Really?
But like on that record, like I think the drums get quieter,
Yeah.
but the guitars don't. They just keep going.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that it's still effective, but it's not exactly what it is live.
Yeah, gotcha. Huh. Sometimes is one of my favorites.
Yeah, and that's on an old EP. I gotta get you a copy of that. I should have brought it. It's on my Bandcamp page, and I think it's on iTunes sometimes. And that one, yeah, that's probably one of my favorites too. That's another old one. I did an acoustic version of it on my first EP.
Yeah.
And it's just me on a guitar with one other guitar just playing exactly what I'm playing. And people like that one. That one is more personal in many ways.
How's that?
It's I don't know what I was trying to write about when I wrote it, but I think I was trying to play like a Neil Young song.
Yeah.
It was like faster.
Yeah.
And this was in the days where I didn't really have a grasp on the subjectivity of writing lyrics in poetry. Like those lyrics came out, but I was trying too hard to like make them mean something.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like I know if it came out that it means something. I don't have to think about it anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I heard about that prayer in your ear. And last time we talked, you couldn't
there's simple lines like, you know, sometimes you feel like the end will never get here till the plug gets pulled on the ones you love the most.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I think everyone can connect to that. If you've ever lost anyone, you know, you realize how personal that becomes. And it's like, until that, you know, you hear about people dying here, people passing there, you know, and it doesn't affect you, but it's like once someone close to you dies, it's such a impactful, you know, your whole perspective on that kind of changes. So,
and it's weird. It's kind of just like a big song. It's
about a lot of things.
You know. So it's not like a breakup song, even though it says I heard about that pretty ring you're wearing. It's more kind of like a stream of consciousness thing. But yeah, it kind of makes me uncomfortable singing songs about death and stuff. But I choose to write them.
Yeah.
So that's how it works, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it connects.
Cool.
You know? Yeah, no doubt. Don't Come Around Here.
Yeah.
This was actually the second song that I listened to, and it got me because I was at a point actually where I was about to quit my job.
Uh-huh.
I was going through a lot of like working too much.
Yeah.
And not seeing my kids enough, and when it just blew me away because it was like the day before I heard the song, I had actually got like fired, right?
Uh-huh.
But we have you know, we have union and stuff, so I could have got my job back. But I messaged the boss like, I'm not even gonna try to go back. You know, this is just too much work for me. I can do something else. I'm not a dummy, you know. I can figure out a way to do something else. And I had done my own business before, so I kind of planned to go back to that. And, you know, he talked me out of it and everything. But just a lot of the concept of the song where they drug you in the office and fired you. So it was just like it kind of hit me. And
that's wild, man.
And also, I think, isn't that the same one where you're talking about, you know, the wife and kids just seem to get ignored, you know? So it was just really hitting home for me.
wild.
Yeah.
Like that song in particular, it took me a while to develop it, and then I think I finished it when I knew the band was going to be playing it. But like I'd come up with the concept of them saying "Don't come around here" in the chorus like well before that.
Yeah.
And I think it took me a few years. I started it and then I came back to it. And it's just kind of like a method that's all over Nashville country radio.
Yeah.
And like Guy Clark songs, and it's just like and bitchin's like that too. It's like actually all my songs are kind of like that, but this one's blatant. It's like the chorus is about this, and every verse is a different scenario
that connects to it, right?
And once again, like I think I wrote that verse about I have been fired, like, and it pissed me off.
Yeah.
But like I don't have a wife and kids,
right?
You know, so like I sing that song, and it's cool that people relate to it
for sure.
Because in narcissistic times, I'm like, man, why did I write that? Like, it's not even real.
It really connects. And then there's the other passage in there where you're talking about working on your dad's farm.
Yeah, and I didn't do that either.
No, but you write it, and it sounds like you were there.
And it's not. Yeah, it's not supposed to be about me. And but also, like, gotten some minor flack for writing about the line about Mexico, but that wasn't like how I feel, you know. It's just like I've heard people say Mexico is a shit country or something, you know.
Right.
It's supposed to be from a perspective of a person out that works on a farm. You know?
For sure. And that even connects right now with all the arguing over immigration and everything. You're like, hey, these guys work a hell of a lot harder than I do.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be a thing. It's like we all know that that's what's going on.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be positive or negative. It's just what it is. You know?
Right. So running back. Was there a girl that you kept running back to?
Well, that's a Thin Lizzy song. that's another thing I was trying to kind of push conventions, and
Yeah.
a lot of people. I know you've heard this song.
I probably have.
It's it has the same melody and everything. It's just
Really?
not a country song. I mean, it's like a Thin Lizzy, the heavy metal
yeah.
band. This is kind of like their ode to Van Morrison, I think, since they are both Irish, and the song is like a really great pop song. It's the kind of pop song that I wish these pop songs were still on the radio.
Yeah, really.
But a lot of people, like Thin Lizzy fans, never gave that song the time of day, or like some people thought Thin Lizzy was just a metal band and they wrote them off because they don't like
metal,
big metal of any kind.
Too loud for them,
or it's just not cerebral enough. And I have had people say, like, that got my friend or my wife or whatever into Thin Lizzy. She just thought that they were a big metal band for boys,
right?
You know?
Yeah,
and they didn't have like actual songwriting chops,
substance in the lyrics.
But yeah, the whole that was another idea to just kind of turn something that isn't country into country.
Yeah,
which people have done that. It's nothing new, but people like it. You know.
Yeah, I do too. Born in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Had to represent the city. Yeah.
That's the show closer. And that's another funny song.
It is funny.
Well, it is funny.
That's why I'm a pink jet gringo. I was born in San Antonio. When I was younger, thought I was oh so very bold. Everyone told me to never leave home. I said I'm sorry, but I've got to go. I was born in San Antonio. South to Boys Town, caught the donkey show. San Marcos, Midland, and Arlington. And things got real weird out in Houston. Guess it's 'cause I'm from San Antonio. Out in Denver, man, they get too stoned. Women in Portland are just skin and bone. LA, Nashville, New York, no. When you were born in San Antonio. Dublin without no coat. Somebody asked me, where you coming from, bloke? I've come from San Antonio. Sped right through Paris, Prague, and Rome. Drank red wine till the blood rattled my bones. Lost my direction 10 times alone. Too far from San Antonio. Myself down a deep dark road, empty pockets and a westbound soul. Then I heard something on the radio. Sounded kinda like San Antonio. It had deep blues roots and a Vox organ, a groovy shaker and Tex-Mex tone. It sang, she's about a mover, and I was gone. Back home to San Antonio. We got Sir Doug. You might live in Leon Valley or China Grove, the south side, west side, or almost Alamo Heights or Stone Oak. If you were born in San Antone, you might know about Avery Johnson or George Gervon, Tim Duncan, Matt Bonner, or the Admiral, or maybe you're in the Alamo Dome for the Memorial Day Miracle. If you were born in San Antone, you might work at USAA or Valero, AGB, Bill Miller, or Clear Channel, Frostbank, Rackspace, or Santikos. If you were born in San Antone, you might have danced with the devil at El Camaroncito. Maybe you personally know El Rey Feo, or maybe you've been to Hog Wild and bought a Morrissey record. If you were born in San Antone, you might eat lingua, Napolitos, menudo, get your bacon, egg, cheese taco with a side of pico, El Pastor, onion, cilantro, make it over easy on your rebel nachos, carne asada, queso fresco, barbacoa, chicharron, cheese enchiladas con borracho, flauta chalupa, special nachos, guano asado, fucking taco. I was born in San Antonio.
I love how at the end you just start naming foods and you know.
And so the whole idea behind that song is like I forgot how I decided I was going to do this song,
yeah.
but I wrote it for that Christmas party that this band got together for. Because I knew all my friends were going to be there, and I knew that they would think this was funny.
Yeah, well, it's a
or, like,
perfect
interesting, you know, and that's how that song came to be, and it's the song everyone knows, and every time we play it, every time,
yeah.
people are into it.
Oh
And,
yeah.
I do a lot more ad lib live.
Oh
and
really?
I feel like it's a cheap shot song, but
It's
even people that have really good taste like it too, so that validates it for me.
for sure. Yeah, it's a perfect celebratory.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, and great closer. Yeah, that's a
When
good
it
way
gets
to
a
use
little, I do like how that one turned out on the
Yeah,
record. Like that
for
could have
sure.
gone either way because it's just 3 chords over and over.
I'd like one of those records, by the way, if you got any left.
Man, I
Yeah.
should have grabbed one. I don't have one with me, but
That I would really like. Yeah. And then Mr. Pike.
yeah,
Is this just a complete fabrication as well, or does it
kind
represent
of.
someone?
I mean, it comes from. It's definitely fictional, but like I always see people that I worked at. I worked at a bar in a kitchen, and I observed a lot of the people that were always there.
Right.
And it is a fabrication, but every time I sing this song or think about the song, I think of an image of some like old drunk dude at the bar at 11 a.m. when they opened
Yeah.
there at that bar.
Yeah.
You know, so it's real to me in that capacity. Just weirdos that get drunk
Yeah.
at these places that let them do it.
For sure.
That's pretty much what it's about. Hey, Mr. Pike. Try that again. It was 10 a.m. when the foam hit the brim of the glass of his first beer. He meant to call into work that day, but he didn't get quite near. The phone he left on the side of the road the very night before, in a haze of pills and Bud Light thrills that left him stranded on a stranger's floor. Now it's hard to say how he got here, hard to say it's quite true. Told me he was born
smoking a cigarette. Hey, Mr. Pike, get out of my bar. Guess you can stay until the lawyers come and light up their cigars. I laugh at all your stores, but your head's up with the stars. Hey, Mr. Pike, get out of my bar. He swore he once used a switchblade to sever a rabid bear, back when he got ditched on a Cub Scout trip by some bastards that didn't care. He was not quite yet a teen, but pretty much a man. And if there is such thing as a guy upstairs, it was all part of his plan. He started ranting about the president and how the whole damn thing's a mess. Kids these days are a bunch of punks that don't got no common sense. Computers have fried our minds, and there's no hope anymore. And the only thing that he still likes are big fat titted whores. Hey, Mr. Pike, get out of my bar. Guess you can stay a little longer if you got cash or a credit card. I laugh at all your stores, but you're borderline bizarre. Hey, Mr. Pike, get out of my bar. Hey. I cut him off at number 3, and his brow grew kinda wide. Then he got all riled and wicked, and spit in both my eyes. I grabbed his pint with haste and might, bashed it over his head, and as he fell off of his bar stool, his eyes looked kinda dead. I tried to help him up. Slapped me in the face, called me a lunatic, a coward, a disgrace. Said he always knew I was a piece. Stumbled out the door, and as I tried to justify myself, I yelled at him once more. Hey, Mr. Pike, get out of my bar.
Plenty of people that could be Mr. Pike, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
You don't know anything about them. They just show up and cause a scene and try to get as drunk as they can.
No doubt. So let's talk about the next album then.
Yeah. I'm really excited about it. It's gonna have some older, maybe 1 or 2 older songs, as in like a year or 2 old, and I wrote a whole bunch of new songs this past summer, which I'm trying to do now because I'm honing in on my process.
Yeah.
So like I did like a batch of songwriting, like 15 songs. A lot of them stream of consciousness that I record and then patch together and rework, maybe change the melody, see what happens when I pick up a guitar and press record.
Yeah.
And then those songs, because I'm much more into music than lyrics. I have been for most of my life.
Really? See, and I'm more of a lyrics guy, which is part of the reason why I connect, I think, with country lately.
Yeah, and that's great. And I'm so much more, it's just been like a big growth process, learning about words and stuff.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, growing up, I didn't even pay attention to lyrics a lot of the time.
So when you're writing, does the rhythms come first then?
I mean, it's really important for me to write on a guitar.
Yeah.
Because the melody is really important. But I'm finally getting a grasp on how to, like I said earlier, like how to understand these words that I'm saying and what I could do with them. And I'm starting to hear lyrics in songs without thinking about it.
Yeah.
The same way I could hear melody in music without thinking about it.
Right.
A long time ago, but I wouldn't hear the lyrics. So now I'll be sitting around and I'll hear any song on the radio, think about what they're saying.
Yeah.
I used to not be that way. But so this new songs, I've been writing them stream of consciousness and then discombobulating them and then arranging them.
Yeah.
Which, like a downward spiral for me, a really good way to get nowhere in many ways is to, my favorite thing to do is arrange songs and kind of pre-produce them.
Yeah.
But if I start doing that without the lyrics, then all of a sudden I have a song written with all these scratch lyrics that mean nothing, and
right.
it's gonna be really hard. It's really hard for me to write meaningful lyrics after I've it's like working backwards. Like,
got you.
And it's been a learning process. Like,
so the lyrics are kind of a middle step for you, where you start a little bit of the rhythm, then you got to work on the lyrics, and then you can complete the.
It's actually like the melody is there a little bit, but it's all about the lyrics. I can come up with melody ideas all day.
Yeah.
But like, and it's just like how it is. I mean, every band and every songwriter, it's all about the songs. It's all about the songs. You take a great song that was maybe written on guitar or piano or whatever, and then you make what people are really going to love out of the arrangement with the lyrics. Like, it's all about the song. So this new album, I've been working on the lyrics, and now I've been arranging the songs. And there's going to be like 3 or 4 dance songs, maybe 5. All in the vein of like Flying Burrito Brothers, 70s country, psychedelic country, The Byrds. Yeah. And there's going to be 3 or 4 slower ones. There's a waltz. There's going to be a solo one with some strings maybe, and then another one with just strings. And then a really long jam at the end, kind of like a Neil Young Crazy Horse kind of deal. And then there's another one that's like a krautrock 3-chord country song. Yeah. So I'm trying to push a lot of boundaries, and the whole production of the whole thing is going to be lo-fi, but like there's going to be like some really outside of the box psychedelia on it, like droning and the kind of stuff that when I do listen to someone like Sturgill Simpson who plays psychedelic country, it's like, this is not psychedelic enough. And even a band like Flying Burrito Brothers, that is like pioneering psychedelic country, but it's almost like it was unconventional alternative country music. And they were all on psychedelics and stuff, but like the music itself isn't psychedelic enough. Right. I even feel that about like Rocky Erickson and stuff. It's like, for the time it was very psychedelic, but like when it comes to the listener's ears, it's not psychedelic enough. Right. Like it's psychedelic to their ears. Right. To the common listener who is not on acid all the time. And even if you were, it's probably not psychedelic enough.
So are you incorporating psychedelics in your process?
I haven't decided that yet. I'm not really into
Right.
I'm not like into that all the time.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't be, because you'd lose coherence. I remember I used to DJ a lot, and I started DJing a little bit on that rave scene for a little while when it was steaming in the 90s. And I knew one DJ in particular that, I mean, when I first met him, he was awesome. I mean, he would mix, he'd have like house playing, and he'd mix in like Pink Floyd to it, and it would sound good. He had a great ear for that stuff. But I remember seeing him a little bit later after he had done X like every weekend for how long, and he had became so like he couldn't mix worth a crap. He could hardly complete sentences.
It's weird. So, I mean, it's drugs. I'm not into them, but I have thought about it. If I'm gonna do it the right way, I might want to listen to it from the other perspective at least once to actually do it. Right. But I don't need them. I know I can get by without doing it the right way without it.
For sure.
But there is going to be like new musicians incorporated with this project, and I'm planning on breaking out of the regional territory. Yeah. It's definitely a strategic move all the way around, from the album to the way the band's going to play and the way we're gonna do shows and stuff.
So is it the same band plus new members, or are we swapping people out?
We're doing a little bit of swapping.
Yeah.
But I haven't told everyone that yet, so.
Uh-oh.
But the whole thing with this band is, I mean, like, we don't meet up and jam, like, new songs.
Okay.
So it's like, I could get going with this new project, and, like, for Fiesta, if I want this, I feel like if I wanted this project, this exact lineup to play Fiesta, like,
yeah,
we could do it. Like, it's not like I'm replacing this person and
right.
blah, blah, blah. You know, it's just a different project.
Right, gotcha. Okay.
You know? And that's just kind of the way, I mean, we have had fill-ins, like, we played in Austin in October and, like, at the White Horse, and I knew that we really needed steel, and Scott couldn't do it, and I really wanted to do the gig.
Yeah.
So I got another steel player, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like that kind of band where feelings are hurt. And that's it. I think this new project's going to play a few warm-up gigs that no one may know about.
Yeah.
And then try and hit South by Southwest. A few strategically planned performances.
Sweet.
With some psychedelic or like boundary-pushing folk and country artists.
All right. Well, keep me informed, and I'll definitely put everything out there. And you know.
Right on. Thanks for doing this, man.
Yeah, not
this
a problem.
This is way cool.
All right. Well, appreciate having you.
Yeah, dude.
All right. Thanks, brother. All right. I know most of our listeners are hip hop heads, as am I. But look, this album spoke to me. It was just, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. And I hope you enjoyed our conversation with Garrett T. Caps. The album Elos for Lonely Hipsters is available on iTunes. Go over there and show them some support. But right now, I just opened up an email, and my man Ruler Wise sent me a new track off of the new Lords of Ale album. It's not quite available yet, the whole album, but this song is so dope. So Bad by the Lords of Ale, straight out of San Antonio. Check this out, and we'll see you next time on The Street Report.
Shit's so bad. Lords of Ale, it's a sticker, put the money in the bag. Crack your bones like crab. Lager barrel liquid showing age. Strip the page, snatch the mic and rip the fucking stage. Up to 12 cause the 6 it won't last beyond the day. A lot of talking ass niggas with not a thing to say. Mercedes coupe is a triple gray. Safety off the cutlass, buck the blick you with no delay. If you ain't touching cream, please get out the fucking way. Forever plug the name like they ain't know we be LOA. Let the lager watch me run it at the goblet. Barley profit, pop shit, running motherfuckers through the gauntlet. A nigga feeling pompous, sip the hot till I'm unconscious. Verbiate the ill and clear my fucking conscience. Dope as fuck remains the content. Shrapnel clinging at your garments. Off the strength, flexing at the armpit. Sip the stone, ain't fuck with nothing but the hard shit. Tap the keg, squeezing the lead and bomb shit.
We bring drama, the worst kind of enemies. No bad boys move in silence and violence. We bring drama, the worst kind of enemies.
Yo, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Straight slang, the beat bang like it's under the chest. Bulletproof, the truth got me fucked under arrest. No bail, thoughts of veil, down the bottom, having trouble with steps. I'm coming correct, the veterans of the bloodstream. Forget the past, sneak attacks, blazing gets unseen. Break it down with the sound, keeping my guns clean. Noble knights of the mic, only be one king. As the sun beam, I blend with the light. Should have been born dead and defended by way of life. Ready to active, it's like about to ignite. T-10, we represent the clans in despite. The challenge is nice, vultures stalking the prey. Pick apart your bones, expose, watch your body decay. Demolish crews, dropping jewels, this is other way. Dragging these dead people, decided for shallow grave.
We bring drama, the worst kind of enemies. No bad boys move in silence and violence. We bring drama, the worst kind of enemies.
7% sipping off the rip, feel it in the blood, stagger from the buzz, get the chips, pillin' with a slug, back could be the plug, heist the brew, better give it up, double IPA, the addiction treated like a drug, the St. Arnold got me hopscotching, LOA 2017, how the fuck are we not popping, blow the Drew estate, smoking, eat the block doctrine, Denzel sail went off the rails, we are not
This
stopping.
is paradise, smashing my rhymes. I can pay the bike, everything is personal, homie. It's time to say goodnight. Caught in the trance, only one chance to display it right. Climb the hill, you know it's time to build a bird in flight. About to serve a slice, upon the gold plate. Quick and slow, rolling the drove, my flow a whole weight. Reveal the words, still the third, slide it on bass. That's a rap, you can't adapt, making it don't break.